Welcome to my fiery Aries tuning in today for your March 2020 love reading. How is everyone? Hopefully good. Aries, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for the love and support you bring to Soul Embers. For all the likes, the subscribes, for those of you that have shared, and to absolutely everyone out there for the views, of course, but most importantly for the comments. You guys have just smashed it. I love reading your stories. I have been responding as much as I possibly can. I feel that I won't be able to maintain that for much longer though. However, I will continue to read them all because they're so important to me. It is through your comments, guys, that I connect with your energy, and I use that energy when I channel for future readings. So please continue to comment. If you're new to Soul Embers, welcome. My name is Andrea. I hope you stay for the journey and you find whatever it is that you seek here at Soul Embers. Guys, everything you need to know about the readings, how to apply the energy, what we mean when we say timing is fluid and how to apply timing, what to do if the message doesn't resonate, the disclaimer which has important information on the content of the channel, and my contact details for those of you that want to reach out for a personal reading. I'd love to do one for you. It's in the description box below, so check it out. Let's jump into it, Aries. So I've already shuffled and cleansed, and I've started channeling for you guys, and I am connecting with a group of you that all I see is a rabbit hole, okay? And you're on the edge of the rabbit hole and you want to jump in because you know what? You guys are a curious lot. You know, you're one of those, the Aries I'm connecting with, and a lot of the fire signs, I should say, are big on the risk taking, you know, where they feel the passion, where they feel a little bit of inspiration, a little bit, anything that piques their interest. They're willing to put, you know, to take a bit of a leap. And this is what I'm sensing. You're standing at the end of a rabbit hole and you're looking inside and you can't quite see, but you want to know what's in there and you want to jump in and you're just about to take that leap. And then I see this massive stop sign. And it's almost like, you know, guys, we've had this conversation before. It's come up in readings. For those of you that have followed me, previous readings, there's been that same undertone. And it's not just with you guys, it's with a lot of the signs, like we're working through the process, right? So a lot of the same energies will keep popping up because we're working through it, and we're still, while we may be shifting, we haven't completely closed it out. So that's understandable. So what I'm getting is, you know, invested in love in such a way, deeply hurt, deeply neglected, a lot of pain associated with the loss of love, and the hope and the faith was lost for a very long time. And there was a period for you guys where there was a lot of resentment because of the lies and the deceit and being taken for granted. So hope and faith, a lot of resentment, a lot of anger. I feel there was a lack of wanting to let go and forgive. And so I feel that, you know, a lot of us are still in that energy, Aries. However, we're wanting to make that shift. We want to let go, but we don't want, at the same time, I feel that, you know, you guys may want to let go and be at peace and not hold on to the resentment and not hold on to the anger and not retaliate and lower your vibration. And you want to move out of that space. However, you're afraid that if you let that go, it means that it's okay and that it never happened and that karma won't bite them on the butt, so to speak. And so there's still that energy that's surrounding you guys. So now we're moving into a space where we're ready to let it go. This is what I'm feeling for the month of March. We're ready to take that leap of faith into the unknown and try something new and experience love in a new way after so much pain. But there's this massive stop sign that comes up, and it's almost like you guys take a seat at the edge of the rabbit hole and you're thinking to yourself, well, okay, now that I'm letting go of all the fear and the resentment and the anger and the injustice, And what am I looking for? I've been saying all this time that I want someone that acknowledges me, respects me, is honest, comes from a space of integrity, doesn't take me for granted, keeps their promises. I feel that's a really big one. Puts their money where their mouth is and offers stability, loyalty, and longevity. Yeah, okay, cool. I've come from such a place of lack, where I've had to live at a lower vibration for so long. Well, what does that look like? I don't actually know what that looks like. I'm so guarded and I'm so protected that if it came and it slapped me in the face, I would probably still think, I would still be paranoid. I would still second guess it. Then now there is this whole new thing that has entered this enlightenment that you suddenly received, that, okay, well, if I'm shifting my energy, I have to actually start considering, what does this person look like? What do they bring to the table? And they're so different to what I'm used to. Is that good or is that bad? Like, how do I know it's honest? I've been put in a space before where honesty was compromised. How do I know I can trust this? Like, there's that sense of, what does my happily ever after look like? Where is that happily ever after? What does my happily ever after look like? And the message I'm getting from Spirit, guys, is the happily ever after that you're trying to figure out. You know what you want, but let's say you've got a project and you know what the goal is, you know what the objective is for the project. You know what the deliverables are for the project, so you know how to work through that process, you know what to put in place, so you know what those things that you're looking for are. But then you haven't actually walked through that space before. So you haven't exercised your risk assessment, or you haven't had the experience to know what's happened in these kind of scenarios before, exercising the damage control. And this is what I'm feeling. There is the outline of what you want, but you've not you're looking for something totally fresh and totally new. So you're sitting on the edge of the rabbit hole, Aries, and you're like, okay, I have the opportunity. There is someone here for me. Or I have the opportunity to start dating. But what does love look like to me now? What does that person encompass? And you're trying to exercise damage control before you even enter that space. Spirit is saying to me, the minute you figure out what it would feel like to have a happily ever after on your own without anybody else, and what it looks like to be abundant, successful, prosperous, financially well off, be able to be resourceful, know when to put in the hard work and determination, and finding that inner strength, equalizing and balancing your energies between your conscious and your subconscious mind, and really setting focused intention for your own heart, for your own space, for your own love, for your own goals within your own life. Once you figure out what those things are, you will have an idea that what you're looking for is mirrored in you. And so when you find it, you will know it. It will just click. So let's pull out the cards, Aries, and see what this looks like for you. Let's see if the messages I'm channeling tie in with the tarot and the cards, and what brings you here, basically. So what Aries am I connecting with today? What brings them to this reading? Yeah. So I'll just pull out the cards first, guys. Oh my God, could I not have? See, this is great. This ties in perfectly with what I was channeling. So just give me a sec while I Oh my gosh, Aries. Okay. Okay. So, I feel that there has been an opportunity that has come your way. Someone has entered your energy that wants to start something new with you. This is a new person, okay? I don't feel that the Aries that I'm connecting with today are partnered at all. It's not coming through at all. This is specific for those of you that are thinking about starting something completely fresh. You may be dating, but nothing too detailed, nothing too heavy, right? It's very light dating. So there is someone that's come, they've either already approached you or they've entered your energy and you can sense it coming, which is why you're in this space of assessing whether or not you should jump down this rabbit hole and start something new. And it has shifted your energy because the energy that they're bringing in to your vibration is causing this thought process to unravel. And you're thinking about, what does a happily ever after look like? I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know what this looks like anymore. All I have been dealt with is pain. All I've been dealt with is anxiety. All I have been dealt with is depression because of a lack of emotional fulfillment and so many promises that have not been kept. How the hell do I know what this actually looks like now? I know what I'm worth, I know what I want, but I don't actually know what this person will look like if they came and they hit me on the head with a freaking boulder, okay? So this is the type of energy that you're trying to work through in the month of March. So incoming comes someone else, someone new, someone fresh, you know? You're sexy, you're on fire, you're passionate, you are, you know, you're a go-getter, you have wisdom behind you, you've learned from your lessons, you don't take any BS, you know what you want, you know what you don't want. You don't know how you're going to get there, but they don't know that. So they want to approach you. They're coming towards you. They see a potential for something stable and long, okay? They don't know how to approach you, Aries. I feel that you either already know this person and they know what you've been through, or you are so wrapped up in your own self and healing yourself and just working on yourself that they don't see a way in. How do I approach Aries? Aries is like, don't come at me with BS. You come at me with what I want or you walk away. Problem is, you don't know what that looks like, so how on earth do they know what you want? They won't know what you want. You know, it doesn't need to be said. This is all happening energetically. Until you know what that looks like, you can't attract what you want. But there is someone here that wants in. They want to come in, okay? And I feel like they may be at the bottom of that rabbit hole that you're wanting to take that massive leap into, Aries, okay? So energetically, you're being pulled and you're being guided to go towards each other. So they're really anxious. I feel that they already know you. They just don't know how to bring this to you. They don't know how to approach you. They don't know what to say. They don't know how. I feel like they see you as a ticking time bomb. It could go other way with you. Sometimes you might surprise them with your responses when they think you're going to explode. And sometimes they catch you totally left field and you know, it's almost like they can't figure you out. And they feel the passion, they know what you're worth, and they want to make sure that what they bring to you measures up to that through the way they communicate and the confidence that they stand in, because I feel whoever's going to approach you needs to stand in a lot of confidence, right? And they need to bring an element of fun to the table, because it's an aspect that you've been missing, and they know that also. So they've noticed that when you talk about being spontaneous or doing something out of your routine, which takes the heaviness away, it really puts a smile on your face. So they might come in and tell you to do something that's, out of the norm, something active, hiking, I don't know, go for a jog, go canoeing, something that would put a smile on your face. Go to an art class or something like that, right? Rather than just go for a drink or a coffee or a chat. Something that will really feed your soul, and they want to bring that to you. They feel that you are very sexual, and they see glimpses of that, and that really attracts them to you, and they want to see more of that. So I feel they're going to try and pull that out of you, so be aware of that. But they're having a lot of sleepless nights as to how they're going to come in, how they're going to approach you. They've thought about this, Aries. They want to be with you. They may have even tried and have felt rejected, and you haven't even realized. Maybe think about someone that there is a connection with, that has tried to ask you out and has you've kind of let them down nicely. Maybe they said, maybe we should go for a coffee one time, we really get along, and you've been like, nah, I've got to get home, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. That could be the person, but they're not going to stop. They're going to keep on trying to find another way in. So what we're having a challenge with this month, Aries, I feel, is really bringing this to fruition, bringing this together. Whether or not you're going to choose to sit at the edge of the rabbit hole and try and assess what's at the bottom of that rabbit hole in the darkness, because you know what? It's a massive illusion. You have no idea. You're going to make up a million stories as to what's down there. Or you could shed the light down there by, jumping in, figuring it out as you go, knowing that what you have experienced has given you enough for you to realize what you need to walk away from. Either way, for the month of March, there is this wanting on your end to start something new, but not knowing how to approach it. And there is someone that wants in and is anxious because they don't know how to approach you, because they don't know how you'll react. I feel that they might be a bit afraid. Spirit is saying the reason why they don't know how to approach you is because you're still trying to figure out what you want. And so do take the time to look within yourself on, if you were to build your own abundance and your own happily ever after without having let's say an intimate partner in your life, what would that look like? Okay, and then imagine someone sharing that journey with you. How would that be? How would that be reflected? What would that look like? And then it'll be like a mirror. You're looking for a mirror of yourself. The things that make you feel good about yourself, we're attracted to the people that bring out the best in us. And, inspire us to grow. And so that will be a mirror of yourself. That's what I'm getting. You're definitely ready for this, Aries. This is what I'm getting from Spirit. So I'm just going to pull out a few cards on how you can really, you definitely want to have that stable, long, committed, loyal partner. We're just working through the space at the moment and bridging the gap in March on what that partner actually looks like in the physical realm and what they actually bring in action to the table, what sits right with you. So let's have a look at how you can work through this in the month of March and potentially get the outcome that you're looking for. One more card, the other one fell on the floor. I get so frustrated when that happens. All right. So what I'm getting, guys, is as you go through the month of March, really reflect on to really figure this out, because I sense that it's quite a challenge for you. It's so new. Look back on all those soul connections that you've had with intimate relationships, and try not to think about the bad stuff, okay? Try not to. Try and think about only the good stuff. And even if the promises weren't kept, what was it about those words that made you want to stick around, gave you that staying power, brought up the strength within yourself? What actions were there in each one of those people that really made your heart explode? What did they do from an intimate side? How did they express themselves from an emotional side? What actions did they take in their own life towards their own abundance that you really, really found attractive in them, and that, made you really look up to them? And then what did they do that was beneficial to the relationship that you really appreciated? So all those good things about each one of those soul connections, I have this feeling that I'm getting the message, even write them down. None of the bad stuff, because it's the end of the bad stuff. We're looking for the one person that encompasses a lot of these qualities that you really, really desire. You saw it in your other soul, those deep connections, not the flings, not the, in and out type of relationships, those really important ones. And maybe there weren't that many. Maybe there was one. Maybe there were two. Maybe there were three. Okay. So out of those ones, and slowly, you'll start to form a picture of what characteristics it is that they bring to the table that attract you and give you the security that you need. And then have a look within yourself and see how they are reflected in you, because I feel that they are reflected in you. The message I'm getting is everything that you're looking for, Aries, actually lives within you, not within anyone else. And all we need to do now is get the confidence and the trust that you can share your life and find someone that can complement those and that has similar morals and values, as to what they want to accomplish in their love life, and as far as, that forever after type of relationship. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you found that helpful. I hope the guidance will be helpful for you in the month of March, should you choose to apply it. As usual, please do comment below. I love hearing your stories. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know if you know who this person is, if they've come in yet. I'd love to know. Have a fantastic month, Aries, and I'll see you next month for your April 2020 love reading. Bye, Aries.